So I realised I have not introduced this vlog and I just kind of go straight into it. So welcome to a little week of horror. Horror is my favourite genre of movies. I'm currently trying to get into horror books. But yeah, I'm going to spend a little week of horror. I'm going to be going to the cinema, watching some horror at home and reading a horror book. So yeah, let's go. So it's Sunday night, but I'm starting my horror week now because I'm going to watch The Grudge. Now, I really don't know if I've seen this or not. If I have, it was like a long time ago when I first probably like started watching horror. But I really don't know if I have. Obviously it's got Sarah Michelle Gellar, which I now love because I have recently become a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. Or I say recently, I've watched it all twice already, but so yeah, excited because I love her. And yeah, I feel like I do recognise it and I feel like I have watched it, but I don't remember anything. So yeah, we're technically saying that it's a new watch and I've not seen it. So what is the time? Why does my laptop say it's 10 to 6? It's 9 o'clock. I really need to get some sort of DVD player because I'm watching these on my laptop, which is kind of nice. I kind of like that, but yeah, I need to get something. But anyway, we're gonna put this on and yeah, start a nice little cozy horror night.
What happened?
I'm scared.
Hey, what is it? What?
Oh, she's gonna be above the bed.
I need to call an ambulance right now.
Ah! What the hell? Oh my lord, child. Ah! Jump scare. Who is this kid? So it's Monday and I'm going to watch 2 movies at the cinema today. First one is Backrooms, which I am really excited about. I've seen mixed reviews. I've seen a lot of people say it's not really what they wanted it to be, but I'm excited. And second is Obsession, finally. Really excited for this as well. So yeah, it's a solo cinema date, 2 movies. It is 1:40 just now. The first Backrooms is at 20 past 2. That's okay, I actually thought it was 10 past, so I've got a little bit more time. But yeah, that's the plan for the day. And then Obsession is on at 10 past 5. They're both just less than 2 hours long, I think. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Asda to get some juice and snacks. I'm trying to save a little bit of money on the cinema snacks, because when I'm coming quite a lot, I'm spending a lot, and I'm planning on coming back to the cinema on either Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, I'll maybe get a small popcorn and a drink for the first movie, and then I'll get a little snack to bring in my bag for the second one. That sounds like a plan. I'm absolutely roasting. I need to get my windows down if I'm going to sit in here. But yeah, that's the plan. Come with me, and then I will share my thoughts after. So I am out from seeing Backrooms, and oh my god, so I definitely need to like sit and think about it for a bit, but that was so good. I've obviously got another movie in like 30 minutes. So I'll need to like total digest both movies once I'm done, but I really enjoyed that. I do not feel like it let me down. I'm not sure what I was like entirely expecting, but some of it did like surprise me a little bit. Like I didn't really know where it was fully gonna go. The whole like vibe and the visuals of those back rooms was, I thought, done like perfectly. It made me feel so uneasy, especially like, I don't know if I'll manage to find pictures, but I want to add like pictures of the rooms that like made me feel super uneasy. When he went down that tunnel thing, if you know, you know, that, sick. And then one of the first rooms, when he came out of the other tunnel, there was a hole in the floor and then the weird bit that led up to the small door. Ugh, sick. Sick. It really made me uncomfortable, uneasy, but like in the best way. Loved it. I'll probably come back and chat more later about it because there's a lot to unpack. But that is initial thoughts. I really enjoyed.
Look at their power. But this crew put them down. How many people know about it? Everybody knows.
So I'm out from seeing Obsession, but I'm absolutely starving, so I'm at McDonald's because I need to eat. I literally had a bagel for my breakfast and then I've had my small popcorn and a little snack thing. And it's 8 o'clock. But yeah, Obsession, whoa. I have seen 2 really great horror movies today. Obviously like completely different from each other, so I can't like compare. But Obsession was super unsettling, a little bit psycho, pretty gruesome, but in a great way. I really enjoyed it. It had me creeped and some good jump scares and bits like that as well. So yeah, right, what am I gonna eat? Right, my issue is when I order a Big Mac and I specify it to what I want, I always get it wrong. Oh my god, why'd you have to sign in? Woo! I'm gonna order this and I'll maybe come back to chat. Right, let's see if my order's right. Okay, I see lettuce, that's a good sign. Honestly, like, so much of the time, they just take off my lettuce for no reason. Oh my god. Right, pickles is the best bit, right? Oh my lordy. That is stunning. So I'm back home, obviously. So watching them back to back, I've got a lot to think about, you know. But I am gonna log them on my Letterboxd. So we'll start with Backrooms. It'll actually be interesting to see what people are saying about it because I don't feel like I've seen as much as I would have liked. So let's have a look. Because I thought it was really good. Okay, it's got quite high vibes on Letterboxd as well. I think, let's hold on, review or log. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 or 4.5. Let's go 4. I'm not gonna write anything on there right now because I don't have time to think about that. I do now need to, and I was gonna watch them before I went to see this because I was actually planning on seeing this like a bit later on. But obviously it's directed by Kane Parsons, who has, I believe, like a variety of YouTube videos. I'm not actually sure if they're like mini movies or what they are, but videos about the backrooms, like little movies he's made about backrooms. I think. I don't know how many there is, like I don't know that much about it, but I just know that this is where this has came from, and he has obviously directed this, and I do know that he is only 20 years old, which slay. So yeah, that was a good one. What else do I need to look? Obsession. I'm gonna give it a 4 as well. Rating things by stars really stresses me out, and I can't explain it. Like, I don't know at what point it's a 5-star movie for me. Like, I either really liked it, I'll rewatch it again, or like I didn't and I wouldn't watch it again. So I do struggle. So we're gonna go 4 for that as well. I would definitely rewatch both. They both gave such good vibes. Well, can you say good vibes for a horror movie? But like, I love horror, so it was good vibes. So yeah, that is that. I also thought as well I better, for my horror week, talk about the book I'm gonna be reading. So I did actually in another video start this, and I am like 40 pages in, but then I started reading this thing on my Kindle and I've not gotten back to it. So it's The Lamb by Lucy Rose. I think this is classed as a horror anyway. As a lover of horror, I've actually not read any horror. I've read a lot of thriller. Yeah, it's a horror story. Sure. So this is going to be the book of the week. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this. And yeah, this is a story of cannibalism. The first like page was quite haunting, or the first line even. But I've heard a lot of good things about this, so I am excited to keep reading it, and this is going to be my focus for the week. Any horror recommendations would be great, because I don't have that many on my bookshelves that are horror. But yeah, that's the plan for the week. I am going to go back to the cinema either on Wednesday or Thursday, and I'm going to see Passenger, which is another horror movie. It's a good month for me and us horror lovers, because there's some good things on. So that's the plan, and we'll just go from there. I'm gonna watch a few horrors that have been like on my watch list for a while as well. And yeah, before I went to the cinema, I actually went to a charity shop that's near the cinema, and it's a really good one. Usually has loads of DVDs, loads of books, and I have more recently been trying to build my physical media collection of DVDs and CDs, because I listen to them on my CD player sometimes. So nostalgic. So I'm doing the same with DVDs, because I just love movies and I really miss the vibe of choosing your DVD to watch. So I thought I'd do a little haul. It was 5 for £1 at the charity shop, so I got 10, and quite a few horrors. So since that's on theme of this week's video, I'm going to start with them. So what have I got? I've got Insidious 1 and 2. I've not watched the Insidious movies, like the older kind of ones, for ages, but I used to love these. They're really scary to me, or they used to be. So yeah, love that. And then I also got Insidious Chapter 3 and Insidious The Last Key. I can't remember if this is the 4th one, or if there is if there's one in between this and this. I can't remember, but that is perfect little collection. I'm going to rewatch those soon, since I haven't in ages. Then I got The Sixth Sense. I think I watched this like a long time ago, but I don't really remember. Well, I do, but I don't at the same time. If I've seen it, it definitely was ages ago. So excited for that. And then I've got Prom Night. I actually used to watch this quite a lot. It has got Brittany Snow. And yeah, love that. And then I got The Strangers, the first one. You can't beat the first one. I feel like they took The Strangers way too far. Like, I don't think I've even seen the last two because it's just the same thing over and over. But the first one is good. This actually really scares me. And then I got Notting Hill because that is just a classic. I love that movie. And then I got two Bring It Ons. I've already got the first one in my DVD collection. And then I've got Bring It On Again, which I don't know if I remember this one. And then Bring It On, In It to Win It. There was another one, I can't remember what it's called, but I put it back when I found something else because then I had 11 DVDs and I didn't know if you had to like have the 5 for £1, so I just put it back. And then last I got Good Will Hunting, which I have not seen this, but it's on my watch list because I know this is very highly rated and lots of people love it. So that's a good one to add to the collection. So yeah, I need something to store my DVDs on. I've basically got a box with them in, and then I've got bags of ones that I've bought in the charity shops and things, and I've just got nowhere to put them just now. So I will show you when I do finally have a setup because I really want like a movie setup. I also need a DVD player. I don't have one. I've been watching them on my laptop recently, but I do want a DVD player, so I'm looking out for that secondhand as well. But yeah, I think that is all I've got to say for the night. So I will check back in on Wednesday because I'm working tomorrow. So yeah, happy Wednesday. It's now 8:30 in the evening. I've just had a total chill day, like after work. I napped for ages, like, yeah. So now my plan for the rest of the evening is to maybe read a little bit of The Lamb and watch a horror movie. I'm either gonna pick something from my pile of DVDs or something that's on Netflix. I want to watch something that I haven't watched before, so I'm gonna have a little look and see what I can find. I did actually already pick out The Sixth Sense. Why can't I ever say that? The Sixth Sense. Because I bought this the other day. But I am just gonna do a check on Netflix just in case. I know I have watched this, but like a long time ago, and I don't really remember anything, so technically it's a new watch. But I'm just gonna look over Netflix just in case. At the moment I've been watching The Vampire Diaries. I'm still on like another rewatch and it's just been like on in the background, but I'm now on season 8. So I'm not really proper watching it because this is the bad seasons. If you know, you know, but it is my favourite series like ever. So it gets a rewatch like all the time, but I need to get something on. So I'm gonna go have a look. This is on my list. I do want to watch that, but I'm not sure. No, I think I'm gonna stick with Sixth Sense. Yeah. Also, I am aware this isn't really like a typical horror movie, but in my eyes it still fits into the category of the week, so yeah.
How much?
Guys, I've been crying. I don't know if I knew about this plot twist because that...
I think I'm okay.
Oh my god. Guys, whoa. No. I'm not well. I'll come back. So, I have not seen that before, I don't think. I can't have. Or I would have remembered that because that was, oh my god. That was so good. I'm away to log on my Letterboxd. Whoa. The little boy, that acting was actually like unreal. I feel like I need to go back and watch that whole thing now, knowing what I know. That, let's review. That is definitely a 5-star for me. Like even before like the plot twist, it was, everything about that was just so good. It was creepy, it was emotional, it was like, oh my god, my Shayla. Can't believe I've not watched that. Whoa, out of focus, what the hell? I can't believe I've not watched that before. Or if I have, it's like been like on in the background because I like feel like I have, but anyway, that was unreal. I did cry, it was mosh. Yeah, I feel like I need to go like stare at the wall for a while. So good. Good morning and happy Thursday. So I'm just getting ready because I'm going to the cinema again, because I have another day off and I'm going to see Passenger, which is another horror movie that I'm really excited for. The screening is at 11:20, which I honestly think is like the earliest I've ever been to the cinema. It's been like when I've checked the past couple of days for this movie, like I don't know why at the cinema I like to go to, it's like literally just playing at 11:20 and that's it. So I'm not really sure why. But it was on at the other cinema at like 1 something, but I thought if I just go in at that time and then I've kind of got the rest of my day-ish. Not really, but like I won't be home late. I'm gonna go to a couple shops in town I think after. But yeah, that is the plan. So I will catch yous before I head into the cinema. So it's 11:10, I'm just at the cinema, so I'm gonna go in, get my tickets, maybe get some snacks, and then yeah, then I'll be ready for 20 past.
Lifeline is like a gift.
Today, we're not going to be funny.
No change there then.
Saving for your first home can feel almost impossible.
And the
So that really actually scared me. Thank God I'm not driving home in the dark for once, because that could have been like interesting. Basically, The Passenger is about this like entity that gets people on the roads in the dark, and they basically like get marked, and they're then gonna be followed and whatever. So the story of that, loved. The jump scares, they really made them tense. Like the build up to each jump scare was so tense, and you were waiting for it, but it still scared the crap out of me every single time. I was watching some of it like this because for some reason that helps, or like with my eyes like half open. That was actually really scary. Yeah, I don't really know what I expected, and I didn't actually really know where the story was going, which was good. Like it wasn't too predictable. Well, was it? No, like at the start when things were happening, I was like, how long is this one couple going to be able to be running away from this entity? Also, I'm calling it an entity. Is that right? Is that what we call them? Like, I think so. Yeah. He was scary as hell. Like, ooh, creepy one. Kind of reminded me of the like guy from The Black Phone. He like looked like him, if that makes sense. Of course it makes sense. What the hell am I talking about? But yeah, horror fans, I would recommend The Passenger. That was that. Also, a big thing for me is like in movies or just like life in general, a car seems like a safe space. Like you can get in there, lock it, drive away. Whereas like there was no way they were getting away. Like there was no safe space unless it was daylight, which really added to the just overall like creepiness of it. Like you knew once they got into the car they weren't essentially like safe where you would hope they would be safe. So yeah, I am happy with my cinema week. That will be the last cinema trip of the week. So it's only Thursday and I've seen 3 at the cinema and 3 horror movies, so it's been the perfect week for me. But I will carry on reading and watching some horror at home when I'm not working, which will literally just be like tonight and Saturday. So yeah, we'll see what I get up to and what I end up watching. After the cinema, I went back to the charity shop again to look for more DVDs. I also bought 2 new books from HMV. So I'm gonna show you. So DVDs I got Before Sunrise. This is on my watch list. I don't really have any idea what it's about. I think there's 3 movies, but I've seen a lot of good things. And then I got Bring It On Fight to the Finish because it was still there from when I put it back the other day. And then I got Taking Lives. I have no idea what this is, but I looked at it on Letterboxd and it didn't have very good why can I not speak? It did not have very good reviews, but that also means nothing because Passenger had quite bad reviews on Letterboxd and I thought it was good. life size. This is a 10 out of 10 movie. Love. And then I got Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, because I have some of them but not that one. And then got Cloverfield, which I have no idea, I think it's a sci-fi kind of vibe, isn't it? But I've not watched that before. Then What Happens in Vegas, love that. Coyote Ugly, also love. And then Jeepers Creepers. And then this is some sort of Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibe. Not vibe, it's the Vampire Anthology, Angel and Cordelia. I have since seen that there's like one of these for like each of the kind of main characters, I think. But I don't really know what it includes. It says 4 classic episodes. So I don't know if it's like episodes that we've seen in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or if they're, I don't know, completely different. I'm not sure, but I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so just had to get that. And then books. In HMV they have a selection of books that are 2 for £9. And I seen this, which is Rosemary's Baby. And I seen there's a girl I watch on TikTok. I love watching her reading videos. I'll put her name here because I can't remember. And she spoke about this, so I got this. If I had just read the back, I probably wouldn't, like, without, am I actually well? If I had just read the back without having it like recommended or seen someone's video, I probably wouldn't have picked it up, but I trust her reviews and judgment. And up here it does just say a terrifying book, which is perfect because I'm trying to add to my collection of horror books because I'm really in that vibe at the moment. And then the other one I got is The Exorcist. So yeah, love that. Did I need more books? No. Did I want more books? Yes, always. So yeah, that's my little haul of the day, movie and book edition. My favourite things in the whole world. But yeah. Oh, I also got, finally in HMV, in my one anyway, they had the Coraline blind bags. Coraline is like one of my favourite movies ever. I will rewatch it all the time. They had the series 1 and 4, but I was buying for me, my friend and my sister, so I nearly bought myself a series 4, but I decided that series 1 looked better, I think. So I'm gonna bring those to our next girls' night and not tell them about it. So yeah. So I am back for the last update of Horror Week. Why can I not? I just don't even know what I'm saying. So I'm back for the last update of Horror Week, and I did finish The Lamb. I finished this on Saturday night. I pretty much read like, I think it was like more than the last half. I've just sat and read it in pretty much one sitting. This was interesting. Different type of read for me. I really wasn't sure where a lot of it was kind of going. It was rather disturbing, but how can I say, not in a I don't know. No, it was just disturbing. The ending, I was hoping it wasn't gonna end how it was like leading us towards, like it was showing us how it was gonna end, and I hoped it kind of wasn't gonna end that way. But then actually when it did end that way, and then the last few chapters I actually really enjoyed. Again, it was pretty disturbing, but I liked, I don't know how to speak about it without giving it away. But yeah, basically I was then quite satisfied with the ending, but it was pretty sad. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a disturbing little family story, I guess. When I started this, it was in one of my other, like, what I'm reading, what I'm watching vlogs, and I did read like the first page, or the first like lines, because from the get-go you kind of see that this is going to be a bit of an odd and disturbing book. It says, this is the first sentence, it's on my 4th birthday I plucked 6 severed fingers from the shower drain. And then it goes on to describe the plug hole, the bath. I wanted to lick the black speckles of mould littered along the wall. I hoped it would taste as it smelt. And there's a lot of that kind of vibe. It is a story of cannibalism, so you've kind of got to expect gross moments. But basically, anyway, it's a story of a young girl and her mum, and they live like in this house, like in the forest. Is it forest? Near the forest, I guess. And they basically wait for strangers to come around or knock on their door, and they call them strays. And they will basically lure them into their home and eat them for their dinner. Yeah. And then basically a stray turns up and the mum decides she doesn't want to kill her, and they fall in love, and then she's living with them, and then things kind of just continue on from there. They continue to eat people, all 3 of them together. Yeah, interesting. And I'm not really sure why, but I went straight onto Tender as the Flesh, which is also a story. Am I well? It's also a story of cannibalism. I've literally just read 1 chapter of this, which I started last night. So yeah, again, if anyone actually watched this and enjoyed my week of horror, thanks. I'll maybe do this again, either with like different genres, like maybe like a little romance week kind of vibe, and I'll maybe come back to another horror week because I really enjoyed that, and it gets me watching new things as well at home. So also 3 movies at the cinema a week is not like normal for me. That is not my every week. But yeah, I'll see. Once I've compiled this together, I will see what my vibe overall is. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.